Hello, folks. Welcome back to Rugby Ascendant. This is Chris live in Central Pennsylvania with its URC matchup of South African sides. For the Lions at home at Ellis Park today, it's Kuhn Horn at fullback, Richard Creel and Henko van Wyk in the center. Marius Lowe is the captain. On that left wing, it's Edwil van der Merwe. Jordan Hendrickson gets the nod at fly half. Sanina Nohamba is back at scrum half. Frankie Horn, Rowan Fenta. JC Pretorius comes off the bench and gets a start today, the former Blitzbox star. Darian Landsberg, Etienne Oosthuizen are the locks. And in that front row, it's Asanati Nabakanye, PJ Botha, and JP Smith, regulars in all three of those positions. Off the bench, the backup hookers, Jaco Fisagi, and Corne Fourie, Konrad van Vuren, Reinhard Nothnagel, Emmanuel Chuchuka, Hanru Sergel is on the bench to start the game. Morne Vandenberg and Eric Cronje. That's the start right there. And then the Sharks today, starting for the Sharks, we got Afile Fasse, Edwin Cater, Ethan Hooker, Francois Fenter, Afiwe Dinyante. At the fly half position, it is Sia Masuku, scrum half Grant Williams, George Cronje, Vincent Chichuka, James Fenter, Gebrand Grubla, Corneral, Kuhn Oosthuizen, Bongi Mbanami, Ntukum Chunum. Off the bench, Fez Mbata, Dian Buller, Kwesi Mona, Jeandre Labaskakne, Tino Mavasere, Pepsi Buthelezi, Tian Fourie, and Kerwin Bosch starts on the bench for the Sharks today. A very strange Sharks lineup. This is a team in disarray, and Plumtree is probably wondering why he signed up for this. There's your lineups, folks. We'll get started here in just a moment. No action yet on the screen on my end. So, welcome back to the program. Chris live in Central Pennsylvania. Oops, forgot to turn my light on there. Let's do that. There we go. Get the live light on now. And I'm trying to be neutral today. I'm wearing the World Cup jersey of Chile, the Condors, rather than wearing a Lions or... Okay, looks like we're ready to get started here. Oh, cool beans. All right. Well, for some reason, we're not live. Here we go. All right. Small crowd, but bigger crowd than we've been getting in Johannesburg. And this is something because today's a massive matchup taking place just up the road there in, of course, none other than Loftus Versfeld, where the Bulls and Stormers are taking off. Whistle's about ready to go. And Amy Barrett is the official. So the Lions kick off and straight into touch. First mistake of the game comes 6 seconds into the contest. Sharks are going to get a nice break in midfield as Hendrickson kicks the ball straight into touch to get it started. It's 15 seconds into the contest. Wow. That was... Amy Barrett Thrawn is the official on the field calling the game. I didn't catch who the side judges were or the TMO. Wow, now we're 30 seconds to the game. We'll get our first scrum at midfield as the Lions cock up things right out of the gate. Kenny Oosthuizen there. Beautiful sunny day in Johannesburg. Broad daylight, that means a chance for people to make it home safely without being robbed, shot, or carjacked leaving the stadium. A chance, I said. I didn't say it was a given. I said it's a chance. Oh, that's pretty sad. All right, so we're still waiting for the scrum to get started here. The next one is the big one, folks. Stay tuned with us for that one. That is going to be an epic clash, and it has been of late. That is the derby everybody wants to see once again. It's the Highveld versus the Mother City. Pack weights, 874 for the Lions, 886 for the Sharks. Slight advantage there. Bind. Set. And that ball's put in by Grant Williams. Williams pulls it out. Oh, there goes Williams. Nice feed. Here come the Sharks. Down inside the 10-meter line. Nice ball movement there. Grant Williams digs it out, sends it back into the middle. Corne Rahl drives forward, and the Sharks are in business down nearly to the 22. Williams, oh, nice passing here. Over into the hands of Gebrand Grubla. Williams goes wide. Masuku. Bongi Mbanami is taken down there. Sharks now going through phases. Oh, nice pick and carry. Ball comes loose. It's pinched by JC Pretorius, who's on the turf. But he doesn't release. They blow the whistle after the fact. She decides after the fact that he's guilty of going off his feet and playing the ball with his hands on the ground on the wrong side. None of that she was going to whistle for. So the Sharks going to go for the post right away. Wow, J.C. Pretorius called for the penalty, but if he had just released the ball, he probably would have gotten away with it. So let's see the replay here. That's very chintzy stuff there. He was still on his feet when he touched that ball, and he was over it. So that's a tough break for J.C. Pretorius. His enthusiasm cost him right there. And you could call a penalty on that, but that's just chintzy. So Masuku will line up for his first His first. I'm so confused, folks. I mean, I listened to Julius Malema and about how no black people play rugby and no black people on teams. And I'm looking at the Sharks, and they look kind of dark, most of the Sharks. A little confusing for me. Sorry. Trying to keep up with the righteous Julius Malema and his exhortations about the miseries in South Africa as he wears Breitling watches and rides around in Land Cruisers. And the kick is good. The Sharks, there's a crowd cheering. Crowd is cheering here at Ellis Park for the Sharks. That's interesting. 3-0 Sharks go out in front early in this contest as they draw first blood. Connor Crowley. I don't know when the Leinster game is today. Let's take a look and see. And who is Leinster playing? Let's see. I didn't have a plan initially to cover it. So let's see. Match center. You always ask me, and then you don't show up to those games till late. Leinster's not playing today. They're not playing. Oh, I'm sorry. They're playing Cardiff. Oh, I could cover that game, but Cardiff? Come on, man. Only Fleshin watch Cardiff. They're so boring. Sorry, Fleshin. All right. So, ruck is formed on that restart. Grant Williams will dig it out. Grant Kobla is there for a screen, but he doesn't give it. And they kick the ball high into there. It's a nice clearance kick, getting up to about midfield, taken in the air there by, who was that? Creel had, oh, there goes suddenly Nohamba's on the loose. He dumps it on the wing. The Lions are moving. There's J.C. Pretorius 5 meters out, and he's driven into touch. What a promising open field play there by the Lions. There's some excitement right there. That was incredible. And it lasted like 3 seconds, and they went 50 meters. All started by Sanile Nohamba, who broke down that wing. Wow. Richard Creel had that ball, and then it came out of there, and suddenly Nohamba had it and went down the sideline. Let's just see this again, a replay. Nohamba, he dumps it out on the wing to Kuhn Horn. Kuhn Horn gets it back to J.C. Pretorius, but Pretorius is caught from behind and driven into touch. Shame. So, Sharks have it on a line out from their own 5-meter line, but they're tackled immediately. Boy, Sanile Nohamba is developing into quite a talented player. Quite a talent they've got there. He's equally flexible at scrum half or fly half. Reminds me, of course, of Rowan Pinar. Not size-wise, but his flexibility. Sharks kick it into touch, and it'll be a Lions line out. Masuku, let's see how much space he got on that. 5 minutes, 15 seconds into the contest. Ellis Park. It's for a change, you can hear the crowd. Usually I can't hear usually I can hear individual voices in the crowd, but today you hear crowd noise as much larger attendance today. I don't know the numbers, but it's much better than usual. In fact, there's people filling the stadium all over. Line out to the Lions inside the 22. Oh, Marius Lowe goes forward. Nohamba. J.C. Pretorius. Oh, full of energy. Nohamba. The Lions trying to work through phases now inside the 22. Nohamba. Oh, he fumbled it. Oh, he goes. Nohamba! Try to the Lions. As long as there was no knock-on. They might go back and look to see if there's a knock-on. Boy, that, if it wasn't a knock-on, sure looked one. Sure looked like one on camera. My goodness. Yep, she's going to the Timo to make sure the ball went backwards. Let's see this. Can't see it from that angle. He did a dummy there and just faked out. Oh, man. He went around Dignante. Dignante left his jock on the pitch. So, Chichuka had slid over to the right, and he saw the gap. Apparently, it was good. It was backwards, not forwards. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the board then. Sanile Nohamba puts the Lions up early. Wow, they are really, man, sometimes they can be very exciting. And Hendrickson puts it over, and we are out to a 7-3 lead for the Lions. And the game just took a little skip there, so I have to go back and see if I'm still alive. Yep. This was brilliant stuff. He got around Chichuka. Chichuka never gave up, though. He chased him down from behind, but it was too late. It was over the try line. And Sanile Nohamba dots it down for the Lions, who are now in the lead 7-3, 7 minutes into the contest. Man, he nearly got the team a try, and that one where Pretorius was pushed out in a touch, but then comes back and just gets the try. He makes sure the Lions go out in front early in this contest. Waiting for the restart here. 7 minutes, 9 seconds. Sandino Nohamba breathing like a cheetah who just chased down an impala. Deep breaths he's taking. And the shade is creeping in from the sidelines here. From the west side of the stadium, it's almost onto the pitch at this point. Masuku will restart for the Sharks, who are looking terrible. That ball's going to get outside the 22. Up in the air go the Lions, but the player's hit in the air. No penalty call. Yeah, there's a penalty advantage. Yeah. There's a penalty advantage because, Cater took out the player in the air. It's kicked over the top, and they're going to come back for the advantage. So let's see what we got here. He was in the air was the call. Cater ran into him in the air. Taking the man out. It definitely was that. All right. Last time I looked at this pitch, it was in pretty bad shape. It looks all right so far, but I see indications it's not going to hold up. I see some turf torn up right there. We'll see how it goes in the rest of the contest here today. Again, folks, nice to see people at the game, but wait till we get to the game at Loftus Versfeld here in a couple of hours. 51,700 spectators, sold out Loftus. I've never been to a sold out Loftus. Maybe during the FIFA World Cup it might have been sold out. I'm not sure. Can't remember. I was not really focused on the crowd that day. Yeah, but I've never been here for sold-out rugby, and it's the home of rugby, so. Here's a line out for the Lions about 30 meters away. PJ Bota throws it in. He goes deep, and JC Pretorius feeds it back to Bota to Nohamba. Nohamba into the middle to one of the locks. Can't see which one it was. They're still fighting. Now it finally tackled. And the Sharks not rolling away, but no penalty called. Bota on the outside, the far side of the pitch. As the Lions scramble in their awesome red jerseys. These things are really, I love these things this year. Henko van Wijk driving forward. Close to the 22. Stolen. Wow, nicely stolen there by Etienne Hooker. And so the Sharks have the ball. Dignate kicks it from inside his 22. Down the pitch, taken at the 10-meter line. Fundameva to the outside. Oh, kicked right into the hands of Masuku. The Lions pooched that one up big time. What a kick. It's still in play. Will it go out of the try zone? It does. Wow. What a sequence of events right there. The Lions were about to score, and it was kicked forward. I think it was Northnagel who kicked that forward. Who was it? Let's see. It was Frankie Horn. Kicks it right into the hands. It's tipped up by Masuku. He does a brilliant kick. It bounces all the way down the turf into the try zone and just gets out the back. So we're going to come all the way back. Tough break by Masuku. Fair play on his part there. It was brilliant. Kearney Oosthuizen catching his breath on the ground. I don't know if he's injured. He's just chatting. Water's coming on. What are the Lions are playing down? Let's see who it is. I cannot see who it is because the camera's focused on Kearney Oosthuizen, who's getting a little treatment himself. 10 minutes into the contest, the crowd dancing. Look at that crowd. All those black folks, man. I thought they didn't like rugby. Oh, look at that crowd is like 60% black. I thought I need to talk to Julius Malema because I thought this was a white sport. Only white people were into rugby. Wow. So confused. Sorry, Juju. I'm so confused, man. Let's see. O'Connor's here. Garrett's here. Johan de Bruin. Julian Holm. Chris Marie. And Garrett's in from Somerset West. Welcome, everybody who's watching. Those of you who aren't chatting, if you're not a subscriber, why don't you become one, folks? Help us get to that magical 5,000 number. We've been pushing for that since before the World Cup, and it's just kind of a slow roll until we get some more Springbok tests. Of course, this channel came under assault by frauds during the World Cup as we're falsely accused of copyright and got copyright strikes at the wazoo for content that I filmed. I have the Providence original video. Crouch. Bind. Set. So the line's in good shape here. It's scrum, but it collapses. And I thought she was going to call a penalty, but she's going to reset it. Oh, look at that turf, man. I told you, I didn't think it was going to hold up. Big chunks of turf. They're going to have to move the scrum. Yep, they're going to shift further into the pitch. That turf just came up, slid right up. Very poor footing for this grass. Not sure why the The Emirates Park Ellis Park is suddenly in such bad condition with the turf, but that has become the norm of late. The field looks not as bad as DHL Greenpoint Stadium was a year ago, but it looks bad. Boy, that was really bad, very embarrassing. But they finally fixed Greenpoint Stadium, and it's nice turf now. Crouch, bind, set, Amy Barrett-Thron says, and Sanino Hamba puts it in the pipe. The Lions getting a big push here. Oh, yeah. And they give it a penalty. The Lions have won a penalty. Nohamba digs it out. He feeds it over to Hendrickson. Hendrickson to Marius Lowe. Out on the outside. Kuhn Horn to Creel. Creel driving down the sideline. Finally tackled. He releases the ball. The Lions in good shape here. Marius Lowe looking for somebody. He finds Hendrickson. Hendrickson back to Nohamba. Nohamba kicks it over the top of the wing. Frankie Horn's out here all alone inside the 22. He's got J.C. Pretorius. It's going to be a try to the Lions. Pretorius to the center. And the Lions score again. Oh, my goodness. Woo! Where have these Lions been at, man? We've been seeing Cubs for 3 years. Suddenly, the Lions are electric, dynamic. Of course, they're playing the Sharks. Maybe that has something to do with it. Ouch. Sorry, Sharks fans. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, today I put a Lions jersey on. I thought about a Sharks jersey. Eventually, I put the Chile jersey on, and I brought a Cheetahs cap with me. I know Chris Marie will like this. I know you'll like this. I'm wearing a Cheetahs jersey, or hat anyway. And Dignante came in there and tried to get him in the try zone, but he got upended in an awkward angle, trying not to injure J.C. Pretorius. Nearly injured himself. But Dignante looks like he's okay. No harm. Wow, man. J.C. Pretorius. Man, oh man. Exciting stuff here. So, Hendrickson with the conversion attempt. 12:30 into the game. The Lions are already halfway to that bonus point on tries. That's a good start. Not a hard angle from the mark. And that looks good. Flags go up, and it's 14-0. 14-3. 14-3. Pay attention, Wyatt. Right, 14-3. Yeah, Chris Marie loves that cap. I think you've got one like that, don't you, Chris Marie? Oh, Dignante, yeah, oof. Man, J.C. Pretorius, I don't know why he hasn't been starting all along. I've been saying that. Here's the restart inside the 22. Taken down there. Could be called for an obstruction there, but no, they pass on. Oh, ball is thrown up in the air. It's going to be a knock on. I don't know. Is she going to call an obstruction initially? Scrum for a knock on. Accidental obstruction. Yep, okay. Yeah, accidental obstruction. Yeah, it was clearly obstruction there. As that ball was taken, and Abel Fondamever, he ran into his own player. Cater couldn't get the tackle because he has one of the Lions in the way. I'll tell you what, does John Plumtree finish the season with the Sharks? You have to start to wonder. Look, nothing against Plumtree. Nothing up against him at all, but things are not looking good. Possession so far is in favor of the Sharks, but territory in favor of the Lions by a significant margin, 62%. Crouch. Bind. Set over 14 minutes into the contest. And the Lions looking pretty golden so far. Cater, with the ball. Sharks looking good here after the scrum. Chuchuka with the ball. Vincent Chuchuka. Oosthuizen. And the Sharks working through some phases now. They're in business down here low. Only about 8 meters away. Bongambanambi now. Grant Williams. Goes wide. Masuku. That was an obstruction, but it was marginal. Lions laying all over the place on the pitch, but Grant Williams can dig it out. He feeds it over to the hands of George Cronje. Cronje down to the 5 meter when they finally get him down. PJ Bota trying to get back inside for the Lions. Corneral now inside the 5 meter line. Ooh. Penalty. What a dumb mistake. What a dumb mistake. Etienne Oosthuizen came in there. Oh, the Sharks are over. Is it held up or is it good? I can't see. Whistle blows. Not sure what happened. Something about held up is the first call. Was Pepsi Buthelezi trying to drive across? We got a penalty here, 5 meter line. Oh, yeah, no. Marius Lowe interceded there. She was trying to go back for the penalty. But wasn't there a penalty advantage? She's making mistakes here. All right, Amy Barrett Thron says, guys, he talked to both captains, Bongi and Tamari Sloan, says, gentlemen, it's really important you let me call the game, you play the game. Too many questions to me right now. And she admits, but I just made a mistake here. I got this wrong. It's a goal line drop back because it was held up. Yeah, well, the reason that if they hadn't interceded, you would have given the ball back to the Sharks incorrectly, Amy. So stop your whining. Appreciate your honesty there, but don't tell them not to ask you questions, because if they hadn't interceded, it would have been up to the TMO to intercede. You nearly gave the ball back to the Sharks when it was not their ball. My goodness, look at Labakanye. The guy looks like he swallowed a refrigerator. Ball back inside the 10-meter line, taken by the Sharks. There's a long kick from the goal line. And Chuchuka up to the Lions' 10-meter line, still towing forward. Finally, J.C. Pretorius gets him down. Grant Williams to Bongi Ambanambi. And here come the Sharks. Fassi again with the ball. He hands it off to Cater. Van de Bev is trying to strip him, but he does a nice job holding on to it. Down to about the 22. Grant Williams to Cornet Rawl in the middle. And the Lions have him tackled at the 22. Williams digs it out of there. Feeds it over to Masuku. They go wide. Here come the Sharks, the dummy. And then back. Oh, that was a bad decision. Was that Francois Fenter, I think it was, who tried to pass that thing off. Ball popped up in the air and went forward, and it'll be a scrum to the Lions. Sharks finally got something going there and just fell apart. 16-35 in the contest, but this is an interesting game. But the one we're looking forward to is the next one, folks. That's the next one. The game of the week. Yep. The Bulls looking to turn the tide against the Stormers. A 7-match win streak against the Bulls. Wow. Well, J.C. Pretorius is ranked as the number 30 best player in the top 100 in URC. Yet he usually comes off the bench. We got a substitution going on here. Henko van Wyk is out. What the heck? Eric Cronje comes in the game to replace Henko van Wyk. He's injured his knee. Wow, that is very early in this game. And I want to see that. Henko van Wyk is a dynamic player for the Lions. What a shame to see him go off. But he can't continue. Labakanye looks like he swallowed a refrigerator, man. One of those college fridges, you know? Mini fridges. Gee, mini crickets. He is getting bigger by the day, not the week. Bind. Set. Nohamba to put it in for the Lions. And again, the Lions shoving the Sharks forward, and they win a penalty again on the scrum. Nohamba throws it away, but he did that intentionally, I think. So they're going to kick for territory now. Boy, the Sharks, their scrum sucks. Their defense is weak. They're being exposed. All these Springboks on that side, all the money they put into that franchise. So glad that the investors, the South African investors here in America, did not invest in the Stormers, if this is what the results are. Stormers need good management and an infusion of cash, but they don't need people messing with their recipe. Man, the scrum is looking strong for the Lions at the moment. All right. 17:31, we come up to just over midfield. It'll be a line out 49 meters away for the Lions on the Sharks side of the pitch. PJ Bota to throw it in. He does. Successful. They're into them all. Bota now at the back. He feeds it over to the middle. Hendricks, dumps it off. Tackle at midfield. Nohamba. Hendricks, he comes wide outside, and Vandemeva has it. Edwil Vandemeva dancing around. He gets through. Oh, here comes Kuhn Horn. Oh, my goodness. Cronje inside the 22. Back to Nohamba. Nohamba does the dummy. He's down to 12 meters. The Lions, finally the Sharks get there, but the Lions are now 12 meters out. Cronje. Oh, man. Good stuff by the Lions. Another exciting offensive strive. Labakanye with his first carry, and he's lying on top of. They have a penalty advantage now as J.P. Smith gets crushed under the refrigerator. Fundamental now, being drugged on the turf. He places the ball, but he's being drugged forward. The Sharks put their hands in there. Never onside is the call against Mchunu. Ooh. So I'm sure the Lions are going to go for the corner, put the dagger in. Wow. Mistake after mistake. Yeah, they're going to kick to the corner here. Nohamba looking for the 5-meter line out, and the Lions get a chance at a rolling ball for the first time in the contest. First 20 minutes have been all Lions. Oh, Nohamba does the dummy. It looks like it's raining. It is raining. It just started raining as the crowd retreats up under the shelter there. Oh, it's just started coming down in buckets out here, folks. Just started coming down in buckets, and look at all the people retreating up to the get out of the rain there. They're all made out of sugar. They're going to melt. Here's the line out for the Lions, 5 meters away. Successful. They're into a maul. JC Pretorius with it. They're down to half a meter. Just like that. Man, that rain is coming down. Where's the ball? Can't see the ball. Sharks have their hands in the ruck. Pretorius is no. The Lions got it out there, pushing over towards the middle now. JC Pretorius is over there. Here they come. Lions down to half a meter. Labakanye. Pick and go again. But this is going to be held up if they're not careful, just inches away. Sharks trying to adjust. Penalty advantage here now, so the Lions are playing advantage. Nohamba to dig it out. He tried to give it across. Where's the ball? There it is. Labakanye again. Oh, he's so close. I thought he went over, but I got a bad angle here. Oh, that didn't go over. Just literally stop pushing. You're not going to be down there. Get some open space. There you go. Nohamba finds. Yeah, cute horn to the corner. The Lions dot it down again. Cute horn snuck up there. Beautiful stuff. The Lions are on fire in the Highveld. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Where have these Lions been hiding? Well, I suppose it's competition plays a role. Kuhn Horn with the try. Wow, the Lions were playing multiple advantages there. The Sharks committing infringement upon infringement upon infringement. Look at that. The Lions, again, one try away from that bonus point here in the first half, one they desperately need after failing to get that win last time. Man, oh man, oh man. Wow. Kuhn Horn. Wow. Man, oh man, oh man. That is something. Actually watching the Georgia-Romania in the Tier 2 European. Georgia-Romania would be interesting. Georgia should win that game. Scarlets will win as you're getting one of the Cheetah players. Listen to Chris Murray. Talking to Fleshin. They're in Joburg. Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. Mike, I didn't see your comment until just now. Busy calling things here. So, yeah, you asked about 9 minutes ago. Yeah, they're playing at Ellis Park in Joburg. Here's the kick. That one's not going to get there. No. It's wide right, just wide right. So that doesn't get across. The score's 19-3 now. Yeah, so Kuhn Horn with the try. Oh, man. Lions. Now you can get behind a team like this. The umbrellas are out. Oh, knocked on. Advantage, knock-on advantage for the Sharks now. The ball got wet, and suddenly people can't hold on to it. Nohamba driving for it. Not Nohamba, excuse me. Grant Williams. Going to come back for the knock-on. Come all the way back to the other side. All the players suddenly completely soaked, and not from perspiration, but rather from precipitation. Oh, the turf is all torn up out here. Amy Barrett-Cohn digging a hole there. I don't know why the officials always do that. Like they dig into the turf, like mark the ball here. It's a nice steal there moments ago by Oosthuizen, but unfortunately they had the knock on. So Lions, 95% win prediction according to Elixir right now. Yeah, you think? I think so. As people continue to retreat up out of the rain, some just a brave handful of people sitting down there in the downpour. Crowd getting into it though, folks. You can hear them singing in Ellis Park. You can hear them singing. Well, now you can't. They stopped. Let's see.
Yeah.
You can hear them in the background. You go crouch, bind, set, and Grindway puts it in there. What's wrong with the Sharks? Herradis? Well, they suck. Oh, Cater gets free inside the 22, still driving. Wow, look at Cater, man. Edwin Cater drives the ball down about 10 meters away. Brilliant stuff. Herbla now. But the Lions are playing tenaciously. Cornet Raw offloads the ball. And the Sharks now finally in position here to do something. Marius Lowe reaching for the ball, warned against it. He picks his hands back out of the ruck. Grimes Williams, the Sharks, down to 5 meters now. Lions better adjust that defense. They go wide. Are they there? No. Masuku flying through there. They're just a meter away now. They drive across the line, but is it held up? It's held up. And Gebrand Kerbla turns around and faces the camera, looking back up the pitch, going, just cannot believe it. You've got to play smarter than that, Sharks. Chunu just driving. The tap and go instead of the goal line drop. Yeah, the goal line dropout was short. This ball's available. Nohamba now. The Sharks don't get the ball back. Here come the Lions. Etienne Ostos have a big game so far for the Lions. The only mistake was throwing that ball into a hands a few minutes ago to Masuku. There's Hendricks, a clearance kick, looking for touch, and he's found it. Wow, that slows things down for a moment. 25 minutes in the first half, folks. It has been all Lions at Ellis Park, Emirates Ellis Park in Johannesburg. As I said at the beginning there, Gerardus, it's daylight, although the rain clouds are coming out. It was daylight, it was sunny at the beginning of this game, and daytime meant that your chances of being robbed, raped, carjacked, or murdered by attending the Lions game were diminished somewhat. You had a chance to get home safely or back to the car park in one piece. But with the clouds coming in, who knows? The predatory criminals that the ANC encourages to its lawlessness are lurking outside the stadium at this hour. Sharks line out, just short of midfield. Thrown in by Bongia Manami, but pinched by the Lions. Oh, the Lions have it. Franco Horn, 15, 20, 25, 30-meter pickup. He needs help. Nohamba gets there. Here come the Lions again. Hendrickson. Chituka, high tackle there. Nohamba kicks it, but it goes right into the foot of a Shark. And here come the Sharks. Oh, here come the Sharks. Inside the 22, Masuku. Are they going to get him? Oh, they finally tackle him, but he offloads. That's a forward pass to Cater. But that was a forward pass. He's on the ground. He throws the ball up. That ball went forward. Let's see the replay. Everybody's cheering. It was dynamic, but that looked like a forward pass to me. And now there's a little bit of pushing and shoving under the post here. So let's see this. Time off. They're going to go look. Crowd's booing. That bounced off of Masuku's foot when Nohamba kicked it. And then the Sharks come flying back the other direction. Let's see this pass. Masuku, he's tackled. Oh, you can't see if it's a forward pass from that angle. A Cater, good sport. Okay, now we have the right angle. Let's see. So let's see if they stay with the camera here. Midfield into the hands of Hooker. Ethan Hooker takes him all the way down. Oh, come on! They're going to let this ride. I think that was a forward pass. Oh. Did she go to the TMO? It's going to stand. She doesn't, so we don't hear anything. So the Sharks get a try finally. Okay, they did look to see if it was a forward pass, but she said it's nothing clear for her. Yeah, so she's talking to the TMO, and yeah, so it was marginal, but I was correct. It did look like a forward pass. The TMO wanted to review that as well. They're still talking about it, even though they've already gone back for the restart. Ben Krause's TMO. Yeah, the TV crew finally woke up and are commenting on what I've been talking about for a minute here. Yeah. So the restart, Sharks have it. Chichuka gets it about 5 meters, takes it up to the 22. Good, clear, clean out there. And they made J.P. Smith go flying backwards. Kearney Oosthuizen now with the carry for the Sharks. who are back in the game at 19-10. Call to use it for Grant Williams. Amy Barrett-Thron says use it. The ball's kicked and taken by Edwell Fandemerve, but he's tackled pretty quickly by Chichuka Nohamba now. The Lions on the Sharks side of the pitch. And that ball pops out, but it goes backwards. And the Lions still have it. They go wide to Hendrickson now. Hendrickson goes around Masuku. He avoids that tackle, but then he's taken down handily by Francois Fenta. They go wide now to Creel. Creel dumps it to Frankie Horn. Frankie Horn on the outside to Kronia. Kronia now taken down about 10-meter line. Nohamba brings the ball back. Hendrickson. Oh, what was that? What was the whistle for? Was there obstruction? What do we have? Oh, we have 2 players down. So the Lions cheated out of a breakaway play, but Dignante looks like he's down now. Or is that Fassi? I can't see. It's Fassi, I think. No, it's Dignante. Afiwe Dignante is down. It looks like he got popped in the eye there. I'm not sure if he got dirt in his eye or what. So let's see this. Oh. Dignante put his neck right into Frankie Horn's thigh. So, yeah. And I can't see who the Lions player down is, but the television crew kept saying Darian Landsberg. Oh, I didn't see Landsberg. I didn't even know Landsberg was even here. He's not listed on the roster. So we got a break in the action at 28:47. Players getting a little bit of refreshment there. Water break while the 2 injured players, one for each side. And Dignante looks like he's going to walk off the pitch. Or is he? Hard to see. I think Dignante is going to leave the game for head injury assessment. Yeah, looks like a HIA. Kerwin Bosch is coming in. HIA at 28:47, replaced by Kerwin Bosch. There's Landsberg. He's not on this roster. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Darian, he is. I did call him earlier. My bad. Kerwin Bosch in the game a bit earlier than he expected, most likely. All right, some people making their way back down because the rain is eased up now, and the seats are filling back up. So we're still got a break in the action here. Looks like we're going to have a scrum to the Lions because they stopped the play because of the 2 injured players. So Landsberg is okay. He's in there. But Dignante is out for that HIA. What's going on? Oh, the medical cart must be on the pitch. R1 says, my dad and I swam at the 50-meter lap pool at Ellis Park for years. Yeah, it is too dangerous to go there. Kerwin Bosch must go to other team. He's done nothing for the Sharks, says Gerardus. Ken the Hun, Sharks are killing me. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, well, this is what the Sharks have been all season. They are bottom dwellers. They are just cleaning the bottom of the pond here. They're really like catfish at the bottom. Crouch. Bind. Set. Scrum is, this one's much more even, but now the Lions move forward, but it came up on both sides. They're going to restart it. Bongi's arguing there with Labakanye. Not much of an argument. Looks like more just a friendly row there. They're chatting. Labakanye and Bongi Amanami got big smiles on their faces. They chat each other. Yeah, it did not go well. So we're going to reset this scrum now. But boy, the turf is just, it's looking like DHL Greenpoint Stadium a year ago now. Man, oh man, oh man. They need to work on this field. Bad enough that this is in a dangerous part of town. Bad enough that it is a decrepit, ancient stadium. But now the pitch is also in bad condition. I'll tell you, this is the least appealing stadium I've ever been to. They have a nice shop, team shop, but that's the only redeeming factor at Ellis Park. It's a horrible place. Loftus is old in my book. It needs massive renovation or being rebuilt. But at least there's stuff going on there, and there's better facilities available. Set. Nohamba puts it in. 30 minutes into the contest now. Nohamba told to use it. He digs it out. Grant Williams is right there. Hendrickson out with the ball. Here come the Lions over midfield. Hendrickson has to reach back for that Marius Lowe pass. Hendricks fights off a couple players, goes wide. And the Lions down about the 10-meter line. Ruckus form. Man, the turf is coming up in chunks everywhere. The rain, I'm sure, hasn't helped soften up that ground. Hendrickson now cleans it off to Marius Lowe. Back, nice pass back inside to Creel. Creel gets inside the 10-meter line. Boy, Hendrickson's lucky he didn't get called for being off his feet there. Oh, bad pass there. The Lions pooch it all again, and the Sharks have the ball. Some dumb play, sloppy kicking and sloppy ball handling has cost the Lions dearly. One led to a try, and that one's going to lead to possession for the Sharks. Lions should be regretting those decisions. Cornet Raw working really hard for the Sharks in there. Yeah, so Nick, the Sharks are actually on the field. Yes. Yes, Bongi is the captain of Die Witkant. Die Witkant. Who's the captain of the Witkant? That is Marius Lowe. 31-12 in the game. Any of the pummies watching this game, it's Die Witkant. Just so you know. People singing again in the stadium. I guess they're bored at this stage. Things got quiet since that Sharks try a few minutes ago. Gents, better height, please, if you want to win the scrum, says Amy Barrett-Thron, sounding like a pummy and not enough for Connor. All right, here we go. 31-46. Crouch. Bind. Listen to the crowd.
9.
Goes to
Oh, here come the Lions. Ed will find him over inside the 22. Cuts back. He's still going. He needs support. Lions got to get there. They do. But hands in the ruck. Come on, you're off your feet, man. He wasn't holding on. Oh, they're calling him for not releasing. He was releasing. The Lions were side entry, or the Sharks were side entry, but they get a penalty. They win a penalty. Ed will find him with dynamic stuff there. He left Fossey or somebody in their jock strap back there. That was brilliant. Boy, Ed will find him, man. When will he get a call up for the Springboks? People like he doesn't have the talent. I disagree. The Lions had a big breakaway there. Nearly got that bonus point in the first half, but it got pooched. So, see, that's crap. That ball was released. You don't have to let go of the ball. You just put it back there and place it. He did that. But the Sharks were off their feet in side entry there. 8 turnovers by the Lions. Otherwise, they'd be rolling through this game. Sharks with just 3. Lions are not lined up properly in the line-out. This guy's standing there with a toothpick in his mouth on the sideline from Supersport. Like, so what's going on, Chris Marie? Where are you going? Too tired to chat. Okay, well, you don't have to chat. Grant Williams, the Fenta, over into the hands of George Cronje for the Sharks. And there's Kerwin Bosch, his first touch of the game. Masuku outside to Cater. Cater over midfield. He doesn't get the ball. He throws it backwards. What happened there? Kicked the ball out of his hands, so he didn't throw it backwards. So, all right, it was in his hands. So penalty on the Lions, a mistake there. So Amy Barrett's she's had a breath too. A lot of running back and forth here. Players and the official sucking for air. Clock is stopped at 33:59 as one of the Sharks is down. Masuku's getting treatment now. The fly half for the Sharks. But the Sharks have lots of options. If he can't go, then of course you've got Kerwin Bosch, and you can also slot Sunday Nohamba in there. Frankie Horn is 41st top player at a top 100 in URC. So, what else is going to take? Stade Toulousain versus Olympique. Benetton, Glasgow, Bulls, Stormers. Stade Francais versus Section Palois. Onyx versus MHR. Avron Bayonnais versus Lyon. Toulon Pepignon, Life versus Central Michigan. Connick versus Scarlets. Life versus Arkansas State. Major League Rugby starts later today, folks. Don't forget, The Rugby Network is where you can catch it action. Let me see if that's still true this year. The Rugby Network, and see if they've got the games on for free. The Rugby Network, which usually covers these games. You can watch them worldwide for free. Log in. I got to log in because I've been logged out. Must not been on there for a long time. Okay. What? It's telling me my password's no good. That doesn't make any sense. Well, now I got to go look for it. So they kick the ball into touch. See if I've got a password saved here. RS. Oh, come on. Can't find it. Can't find it. All right, so lineout's good for the Sharks, but they're near that touch line. Somehow they stay in play. I don't know how they pulled it up. Bongan Benami feeds it to Grant Williams. Grant Williams back into the hands of Ethan Hooker. Williams. Here come the Sharks. They could be right back in this. The Lions have really pooched this. They were rolling away with this game, but they've stolen it. Labakanya has the ball. And the Sharks, what do we got? Not releasing off the feet. What's the call? Whistle's blowing here. Two infringements. Hands on the ground. Huh. Oh, we're on silent here. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I didn't see it go off. It must have shut off. Sorry, Sharks. Wow, that's very, very bad. I apologize for that. Got so into the game. Masuku goes wide. Here comes Fosse. He's going to walk in, and the Sharks will score. New ball game, ladies and gentlemen. New ball game. New ball game as Afile Fosse gets the try for the Sharks. And the Lions, what happened? Wow. Just like that, the Sharks are back in this game. My goodness. Afide Fosse gets it. This should be fine. I didn't see anything wrong with this try. Uh-oh, we got a foul play here. We got a TMO review. Oh yeah, I think we might be seeing a card here. What is going on here? Oh my goodness, this is all messed up. I got to redo it again here. Sorry, folks. Okay, let's see who it is. Oh, yeah, Mchunu. Oh, yeah. Side entry, card clearance there. My sound is on. You guys keep saying my sound is off. The sound is on. That's like 2 minutes ago. The sound has been back on. Are you not hearing me now? Let me see. My microphone says... Where's the microphone at? What's going on here? There it is. Okay. No try. No try. Ooh. Here we go.
Fungi, stay with me, please. Captain. Captain.
Here we go. Here we go. Both captains.
So we do have a foul play incident there. There is a clear tucked arm, so it's a legal play. It's onto the body of the player, so we're going to cancel the try, and it's going to be a penalty for you.
That was very unprofessional, Bongi Ambanami. He's a good player, but he just walked away.
Can you walk with me, please? Listen. Bongi, listen. Bongi, may I speak, please? May I speak, please? Listen. I fully respect who you are, and I'm well aware that all of your players have probably played more games than I've refed at URC, but we're on the same field, so if you can show me the same respect I show you, that'll be very appreciated.
Is they looking to me now for answers? I just want to give you an answer. Is that a foul play?
That's foul play at the tucked arm.
And our one wasn't a foul play?
No. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, well, Amy Barrett-Thron taking control there. Bongi frustrated there, and he was disrespectful to her. He walked away. She didn't make a big stink about it, but she did correct him, and well done. I think that was handled well. Bongi grew up there very quickly and behaved himself. Okay, sound is good now. Thanks, Sue. Thanks for the 96 people currently here. Hey, folks, why don't you become a subscriber and join us if you're not one already. Apologies for the sound issue there. Sometimes, I don't know if I tap the microphone or it just went off on its own. It does that occasionally. Usually it's me tapping it off. So, and I was trying to get to the Rugby Network to show you guys or tell you guys how that works, but the darn thing, so 15 minutes it's only good for, so I got to try it again. And I was trying to get it. So here's the Lions kick it. The Lions escape, and the penalty is you know, everything's overturned there as a consequence. Bad play by Paste. Confirm. Okay, I got another chance to change his password now. Okay. So here we go. Oh, okay. Oh, man, they're making me do multiple passwords here. Sorry. I hate this crap. 39 minutes. We're almost at halftime here. So hopefully I won't get timed out on that. Lions have the ball. They kick it back. And Kuhn Horn sends this down the other side. It'll be taken. Looks like the Sun's coming back out there. Cater. Nice move. Here come the Sharks. Cater up the midfield. Finally tackled by J.C. Pretorius. The Sharks have the ball. 19-10 is the score still. Masuku still in the game. They go wide. And we've never seen Dignante come back from the head injury assessment. He's still on the bench. Here's the Sharks. Kerwin Bosch with the ball. Cater inside the 10-meter line. Dumps it off and lost forward by Bosch. Kuhnhorn kicks it forward. Oh, but somehow Fassi finds that ball on the turf and picks it up. We're down to 9 seconds in the first half. Coming up in halftime here, folks, 19-10. The Lions in front. The rain has started again after it just stopped. And there goes the hooter for halftime. And that will be the half. Halftime score 19-10 for the Lions, who started to fall apart there late in that first half after playing brilliantly for 25 minutes. So we go to halftime here in the Lions at Ellis Park. Sun doesn't know whether it wants to come out or wants to go away. So as they head into the locker room at halftime, it is 19-10. And the Lions with 3 tries here nearly got a 4th try in that first half. Boy, that breakaway there by Ed Wolf-Vandermerwe, and then he held on to the ball down there low. So halftime score, 19-10, folks. Thanks to 107 people currently here. Yes. Well handled by the female ref, says R1. Yeah, she did handle it well. Bungy's a great guy, but he was acting like a petulant child there. And I don't know if it's because Amy Barrett-Thron was out there or what it was. But, that was an admission she didn't have to make. Listen, I realize you and most of your players have played far more URC games than I've ever officiated. But you need to show me respect. I've shown you respect. Yeah, she's right. She's right. Good-sized crowd for Ellis Park. People braving what's going on there. Okay, now let me try to log in here. So I've got to create a recover password. I don't know what this is. So let me see. Okay. Okay, that's good now. What is this? Password and password combination must be the same. So halftime here, folks. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on here. This stupid thing won't let me reset my password. Oh, man. What is going on here? How can it be the same? Okay, there we go. Finally, I got it. Okay. It's going to let me change it. Save it. Okay, so I'm trying to get into the Rugby Network. Continue. Oh, man. And it should get me in now. Come on. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I don't just share my data. Oh, you got to select all. Oh, this is crap. Okay. All right, so sorry, I'm trying to get a Rugby Network because that's where Major League Rugby is. For those of you who don't know Major League Rugby, if you'd like to check it out, that's the professional sport here in the U.S. At 10 p.m. tonight, Seattle and San Diego. So that's tomorrow in South Africa time. So the Rugby Network, I'm back into my account. I don't know what took so long there. I need to save that password right now because I'm going to forget that probably in an hour. So let me just save that password. All right, file, new window. Okay. So an exciting first half there. The Lions looked really, what the heck? Oh, give me a break. Okay, so I got it. All right, so Major League Rugby will get started here today, and they're back for their, 6th season, 7th season, something like that. So we'll look and see. But I'm listing for the games. You can watch these games for free around the world, folks. And they also have other things on here, too. You have Cal playing Army today at noon. That's exciting for Men's Collegiate Rugby Athletic Association. That's pretty cool. Anyway, first half action, the Lions came out of the gate just all over the place, just rolling on top of the Sharks, who look like guppies out there. But the Sharks have not given up. That shows a bit of character as they came back and got in this game. And were it not for a yellow card, then there would have been 19-17 at halftime. That yellow card overturned that try. Justin Charles says the sound is good. Yeah, that was on me, folks. My mistake. I am wearing a World Cup jersey from Chile, the Condors, from the Rugby World Cup. There you go. Nice jersey. Looks better in person than it does on the screen there. Trying to be neutral for this game. Of course, I will not be neutral in the next game. I'll be wearing my Stormers jersey for that Highveld derby between the Stormers from the mother city of Cape Town and the Bulls. Looking forward to that one, folks. High-octane matchup. The Stormers have won 7 consecutive games against the Bulls. They have been the bane of Jake White's existence. Were it not for the Stormers, the Bulls would have been the talk of toast of the town. But it is the Stormers who've gone 7 consecutive, and they've won. They're a undefeated streak of 17 consecutive games in URC contest against South African sides. However, none of that matters. None of that matters. The Stormers have got to get it done today, and they really need to do something. So 93 people are currently here at halftime. Thanks for tuning in, folks. By the way, do you do Super Brew? If you do Super Brew, we have a pool we keep for Super Rugby, for Rugby Ascended, I should say. And I'm just checking to see how I'm doing in my Super Brew today. Let's see. Yesterday, I picked Edinburgh to win by 5, and they won by 4. Woohoo! I got both points. And I picked, I didn't so well in my second round of the Varsity Cup. I picked Wits. I won there. But I did pick UCT to beat Matis. Matis came back and won that game. Picked Northwest. And I actually foolishly picked the Shimlas to lose, and they won by 3. That must have been a heck of a game there in Joburg. Anyway, back to this. So I got Edinburgh by 5. They won by 4. Munster by 8. They won by a lot more than that, 16, as they wiped out Zebra Parma. And then I had the Lions by 5, and right now they're winning by 9. So right now things are looking pretty good in my Super Brew. So I don't know about you guys if you do Super Brew. Some of you do. Some of the viewers here, regular viewers here. But let me look at my URC. That is a tight competition in our URC. Oh, I'm in 3rd place to start the weekend off. The Scientist is in 1st place, and Matt Canali is in 2nd place. It is a tight competition. All 3 of us with over 81 points. Wow. I have 81.58. Matt has 81.83, and the Scientist surging up there at 83.25. Man, he's got a full 1.5 lead on us. That's a huge lead in this competition, and it's been pretty close since about the 7th week of the season. I've been leading pretty much the whole season there. Anyway, the first half, we see some really incredible play from Sanili Nohamba, who set up a try, who nearly set up another try. Got himself a try, and then, of course, also some great play from Edwil van der Merwe. So right now, if we're looking for man of the match for the Lions, if we were going on that side, Edwil van der Merwe would be up there. Sanini Nohamba. Frankie Horn has played well, too. And J.C. Pretorius. All 4 of them played very well. Some players are rather quiet. Labakanye. Darian Landsberg's been very quiet. Ruan Fenta didn't even know he's on the pitch. Henkel van Wyk went out with a head injury. Well, yeah, he was injured. Not a head injury, a knee injury. And he was replaced by Eric Cronier early in the contest. On the Sharks side, Fosse's looked okay at times. Edwin Cater has been the star of the Sharks so far, kept the team in the contest. Afiwe Dinyante went out for head injury assessment at 28:42, and he was replaced by Kerwin Bosch. Dinyante did not come back. I don't know if he's going to come back after halftime, but he did not come back. Bongyam Banambi made a couple mistakes here. Usually he's reliable. Corday Rawls had a good game. But beyond that, other than Grant Williams, the Sharks have not looked very impressive at all. But I'll tell you, the guy, game postponed. What game is postponed? What are you talking about, Nick? What game is postponed? What are you talking about? This game here? Because of the rain, or is there thunder or lightning? What's going on? You talking about the game postponed? I'm just getting replays on my screen, so I don't know. Have you heard something I don't know about? Because my TV feed is not the TV feed you're seeing. I see the internal stuff. I don't see the actual what goes out over the air. So I'm getting just replays right now as they run through. But Edinburgh, boy, Osprey gave Edinburgh a run for their money there at the Hive Stadium, 19-15. It was closer than I thought it would be, even though I only picked 5 points. Yep. So, in URC on the table right now, folks, this is where we stand. Leinster at the top of the table at 39 points. 8 wins, 2 losses. Glasgow comes next, 7 wins, 3 losses, 36 points. Then the Bulls, 7-3, 35 points. Edinburgh, 8-3, 34 points after that victory. So they move up to 4th place. Munster's now in 5th place, 6 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses, 34 points. Benetton, who was in 1st place or 2nd place for some time here, Benetton is in 6th place now, 7 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses, 32 points. The problem for them is they're not getting bonus points. They have just 2 bonus points. Then the Stormers are in 7th place. They were in 6th place. They've been bumped down. 6 wins, 4 losses. They need a victory today, a bonus point to take them to 35. And then the Osprey, wow, 11 games, 6 wins, 5 losses. If they had been able to beat Edinburgh, they would really be in great shape. But in a Welsh side in the playoffs right now. I haven't seen that for a while. Then it's Ulster, Connacht, the Lions in 11th position, 24 points. And now they're finding it difficult to move out of the basement because even a bonus point win here would not get them in playoff contention this week. It would put them at 29, and 30 is where the Osprey are at. So that would keep them from getting in. Zebra down at 14 points, which is the best they've ever done, 14 points on the log, but still 1 win, 1 draw, 9 losses. Scarlets, 2 wins, 8 losses. Dragons, 2 wins, 8 losses. And the Sharks, 1 win, 9 losses. The Lions desperately need to perform well the rest of this game. So, anyway, backs against the wall for the Sharks, looking pretty, I don't know how to say this, just bad. They look bad. So the Rugby Network, folks, is a free site. I posted up here a little bit ago. You can go watch Major League Rugby there for free. And it was international. I imagine it will still be that case this year. But let me see which games they've got scheduled here. So they only have one game scheduled tonight? I mean, that's crazy. I can't believe that. I guess maybe TV contracts, yeah. So 10 p.m. of that game. Yeah, and no, that's it. They only have one game listed here. What's going on here? Only one game listed. That's weird. So they've actually got Gloucester versus Exeter on here. Wow, that's interesting. No, they have it. Okay, Old Glory at 3 o'clock today is playing NOLA. Okay, there's the games. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, so 2 Major League Rugby games today. Yep, and then some collegiate games. And then the Premiership. Oh, you can get the Premiership for free on here too. That's exciting. If you want to watch the Premiership, I'm not really a major fan. So what's going on? 20-minute delay. It's not postponed. It's a 20-minute delay. Oh, that's not something we need, folks. All right, I will tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, that because of this 20-minute delay, because of the rain, I guess it's thunder, I will probably not be able to catch the end of this game. My apologies to the audience, but the events at Loftus Versfeld are what we're focused on. So what I'll do is, rather than drop off when it's time for the other game to start, I'll look and see if they're going to play, because, man, it is coming down in buckets now. Buckets, buckets, buckets. Yeah. Here's a good view I'm getting on the screen here. 20-minute delay now. The game is not postponed. Fleshin says the Osprey are not too bad this season. Yeah, they're looking a lot better. Lots of lightning, says Chris Marie. Well, that'll do it. That'll do it. So 20-minute delay. Yeah, thank you, Nick. Yeah, I just got the 20-minute delay shown on my screen here. And I've got a heck of a nice angle here. I'll show you the angle that I'm seeing on the screen as we deal with this. So you've got me to chat away for 20 minutes. Hopefully I won't lose my audience just because of that nonsense. But let me just do this here, and I'll show you what I am seeing on the screen right now with no commenting, excuse me. All right, so that's what I've got on the screen right now. Okay, stretch the screen. There you go. All right, cool beans. I'm going to move that down so it's underneath me, under my camera. Well, it won't work if I do it under my camera. I'll just leave it there then. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing right now, folks. That is the image I have of Ellis Park. You can see people retreated up under cover, and it's a 20-minute delay because of the thunder, as was mentioned there. Yep. So, A.B. Barrett Thrawn, all in all, handled it pretty well. Bongian Benambi, I'm very disappointed. He didn't say anything, but he just walked away, and it was rude. It was rude. So she got control of it and got it back under control. So there you go. But hopefully this doesn't affect the game. I mean, they're not that far apart. We're only talking a half-hour drive up to Loftus Versfeld. So, of course, from there, it's longer than a half hour. But, I mean, if you didn't have to deal with all the traffic and, the gangsters and the carjackings, it's only a 30-minute drive from there up the highway to get to Loftus. So, anyway, as a crow flies, I should say. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get that game kicked off on time because it's looking pretty nasty at Ellis Park, Emirates Ellis Park in Johannesburg, where a large crowd has turned out for this game, but now we're in a 20-minute delay, and so we'll see how it goes. But anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. The Rugby Network, folks, you can check it out. So what I'm going to do is slide over here and show you some of the stuff that's available on the screen. So you'll see it on the screen here. So give me just a moment. And this is what you can get on the Rugby Network for free, absolutely free, which is interesting. Where can you get rugby free? So here you go. You've got, here's the schedule, upcoming games. The Miami Sharks versus Chicago Hounds. That's at 5:30 today. So let me go back here. All right, so Gloucester versus Exeter. You can watch that. Army. Now, you may be region restricted for the Gloucester games, but for the Major League Rugby, you will not be. Army versus California at Cal. I'm sure that's something that Courtney McBride will love. And Duncan Stewart Kyle just subscribed. Thank you for that, Duncan. Do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Very much appreciate it. Kyle Lebois. And then we've got New Orleans Gold versus Old Glory DC. Not two original. NOLA is an original franchise. Old Glory is an expansion franchise. That one's at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Then at 10 tonight, these are not in the order they should be in. At 10 tonight, we've got Seattle versus San Diego. Both of those are original OGs, original gangsters, members of this league, Major League Rugby. And then tomorrow, you've got the Sale Sharks women's team playing. But today, that's tomorrow, excuse me. Tomorrow at 5:30, you've got Miami Sharks versus Chicago Hounds. Both of those are expansive franchise. Chicago had its first season last year, and then Miami's in its first season this year. Then we've got the Carolina franchise, a new franchise, versus New England Free Jacks, also a franchise that expanded a couple years ago. Then the Rugby Atlanta team has now moved to California, which is interesting. Look at their logo. You probably can't see it very well on the screen there, but the Rugby Atlanta logo is now the Los Angeles team, and it is an L with an A and what looks like a pipe there.
but that also looks like an A for Atlanta. That is pretty cool. Pretty smart, paying homage to their origins there. So let's get back down here. Yeah. So the Miami Sharks versus Chicago Hounds, then Carolina versus New England, and Los Angeles versus the Jackals. So that's all coming up on the Rugby Network. And again, as I said, you can sign up for free. It costs nothing. You should check it out and sign up there. I can't promise what's available to people overseas, but I do know that all the Major League Rugby games were broadcast around the world for free when they started broadcasting these couple seasons ago. I don't know what the status is this year, but I imagine it's still the same. They're trying to build the game, and that's being funded by some folks who are trying to make sure that the game grows here in the United States. Yeah. How would the size and quality of stadiums compare to yours in the States? Well, I mean, when you mean our major stadiums, no, you can't top ours. We have some of the absolute best stadiums in the world. Our stadiums are really set up to make money and, have a fan experience. I mean, baseball, football, basketball arenas, the hockey ones are incredible. If you go to the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, wow, what an experience that is. That's an absolutely incredible event. Probably the best one I've ever been to as far as hockey is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Their arena, PPL Arena in Pittsburgh is unbelievable. Yeah, so as far as baseball, Camden Yards is amazing. The Texas Rangers have an amazing field. Cleveland has an amazing field these days. Even the Nationals Park is pretty cool. Yeah, so no, the South African stadiums don't compare. DHL Greenpoint Stadium, people love it, but it's lame. There's nothing there for fans. There's nothing. The fan store is a joke. It's the size of a broom closet. There's nothing. I mean, unless, because I'm not a Richie rich guy, so I've not been if they have a box level there. But the rest of the stadium, there's nothing. You walk around, they put a few stands outside. It's nice. It's spacious. It's big. Seats are comfortable for the most part, but it's. You can't beat the backdrop. Table Mountain, just looking over there, it's beautiful. But I mean, the reality with DHL Greenpoint Stadium is there's nothing for fan experience there. I mean, the South Africans really don't know how to make money. Honestly, they don't know how to make money when it comes to sports, and that's why rugby franchises are so broke in South Africa, because they don't know how to make money. They just don't. It's just a mess. The money that's made at sporting events is not simply from ticket sales and not from advertising. It's made in beer sales. It's made in merchandise. That's the thing where the South Africans really screw the pooch. So much money can be made from merchandise. The best merchandise store I've seen, the Sharks one is pretty good at Kings Park, but Kings Park is kind of sucky. It's just, other than kids playing in a pool at the end of the pitch, it doesn't really offer much. But the shop is good, and then the Lions shop is good. I don't recall if there even is a Cheetah shop. I found a Cheetah store in a shopping center opposite the stadium when I was in Bloemfontein to watch the Tri-Nations, but maybe they have one now, I don't know. But Loftus, the team store is lame. I mean, it's physically nice, but it always looks dirty and dusty, and all of the kit looks old and ancient. Yeah, and that's run by Sneakers, very poorly done. No, the Lions store is good, but you got to risk your life going there to get there. At least it was good 10 years ago. I don't know what it looks like now. And yeah, so that's kind of the reality. In terms of size, more or less the same, but it's extra events. No, R1. But the question you asked me is one that's difficult to answer. I mean, so size, no. I mean, DHL Greenpoint Stadium holds 53,000, and Loftus holds 51,000. We have 80 and 100,000 seat stadiums. The Rose Bowl in California holds 103,000 people. The Penn State University Nittany Lions, hour and 45 minutes north of me, they hold 101,000 seated patrons. And they also have standing room only, 101,000. And that's in the middle of frickin' nowhere in the center of Pennsylvania. Yeah, no, our stadiums, I mean, we're not the only ones that have major stadiums like that, but our stadiums are huge, huge. So now in Major League Rugby, it's very different. They're playing on a mix of converted baseball fields, university fields. For instance, Old Glory DC in its first season, which was an exhibition season, played all their games at Cardinal Stadium, which is Catholic University in the heart of DC. It was a college pitch, so there was just nothing special there. But the team went to great efforts to put things out there to sell merchandise and beer and do themed things like Celtic things like that. Now they do the Pacific Island stuff. So now they were playing down in Virginia. This season, I think they moved again. I have to take a look and see where they're playing at. Yep. Twickenham, I forget the number Twickenham. Yeah, it's a big one. Yep. All right. So are we back yet? I've got some noise on my microphone here. Let me see if we're back to coverage. No, we're still in a rain delay at Ellis Park. Yeah, but the sky is clearing up now. I can see blue. So I don't know how much longer. This delay should end soon. But in 45 minutes, folks, unless there's a delay there, we'll be going to that game. I need to set you up for transfer for that. So let's do that. So we automatically redirect customization for this game. I'm going to do a redirect to Bulls versus Stormers. Save it. There we go. All right. So if you are here, you'll be automatically transferred to that game. 108 people here. Hey, somebody please hit the like button. If you don't mind, just 39 likes. You're hurting my feelings, man. I'm feeling so disrespected like Amy Barrett Thrawn. Anyway, yeah, so this game was exciting, but then it got kind of sloppy by both sides. And the Sharks, were it not for some unnecessary foul play on a ruck clearance from a side entry by Mchunu, would be a 19-17 game. It's still raining, though. I can see the rain collecting on the lens of the camera in the corner behind the goalpost. But we'll see when this thing gets restarted here. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. Halftime. Well, it's a good question. Will the stadiums be filled for Rugby World Cup? I don't know. The problem with America and the Rugby World Cup is the following, folks. This is a big country. I mean, look, it takes 3 or 4 hours to get from one coast to the other in a jet plane. Driving takes a week. You just can't do it. South Africa's a big country, but it's feasible. Everywhere is 2-hour flight. Here that isn't the case. So South Africa, that works. You can fly everywhere that you need to go within 2 hours. Simple as that. And you can get a rental car when you get there. But here it's a challenge. So a Rugby World Cup event, I don't know how it's going to go and where are they going to do it. I mean, the traditional rugby strongholds are places like Seattle and parts of California. And then here on the East Coast, we have some pockets of rugby. But the thing is that there's no center of rugby. Colorado sort of is, but that's just because by default Colorado has become sort of a sports capital for America. The Olympic Committee's headquartered out there. USA Rugby's headquartered out there in Glendale. But it's not because it's like a bastion of rugby players or rugby success. We have some really good collegiate rugby programs, and they're all over the country. One's in Atlanta, Life. We've got another one here in Kutztown in Pennsylvania. Cal Berkeley is a center of excellence for collegiate rugby. It's all over the place, and it's such a huge country. So the World Cup is going to be an event. I don't know what's going to happen to the World Cup, and I don't know how I'm going to handle the World Cup when it comes to America. I won't be able to do what I always do, which is go to events all over the country. France was a huge stretch for me. It took a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of resources, a lot of petrol, a lot of driving. Of course, those clowns gave me limited kilometers, so I had to juggle. I had to take a train one time. I had to take a plane another time. I flew to Bordeaux from Marseille and back, and then I had to take a train from, where did I take the train from? Anyway, I think I took it from Lyon down to Marseille and then back. Yeah, it was a big country there, but it was doable. England was easy by comparison. England in 2015 was easy. New Zealand was, even though it's a couple islands, was still relatively easy. Plus, there was so much to do all over the place. So, yeah, America, I'm not so sure about that World Cup. We'll see how it goes. But World Rugby's put a lot of bank in that, but they're not putting the time or effort into USA Rugby. So they're going to regret that. Simple as that. Oh, yes, R1. We have 2 World Cups. We have the women's in 2029, I think it is, and the men's in 2031, if I'm correct. I'm trying to remember. So 23, 27, 31. Yeah, 27 is in Australia, and 31 is in America. Women's in 29 in America is kind of a test run for it. So I've got to start making plans for the Australia World Cup in 27, which is now just 3 years away. Just 3 years away. Not quite 3 years. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. 97 people currently here. Thank you all for sticking with me during this rain delay. I should put a sign up that says rain delay. We're not at halftime. We're on a rain delay here. Don't see that very often. Ooh, it is coming down, folks. Ooh, my goodness. I don't know if we're going to get restarted here. This is sucky. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. They've changed the camera angle here with the stadium lights on. This is a good image right here. Flow Rugby's put their watermark on these things. I just noticed that. All right, so let me add this one in here. Image. You'll be able to see it. So image 1. There we go. Come on. A lot of steps you got to do to add stuff to your screen. There you go. That's what I'm currently looking at here at Emirates Park in Johannesburg. That's a rain delay, folks. That's what we're looking at. But the rain shouldn't be the issue. The issue is whether there's thunder. Whether there's thunder or not. When there's thunder and lightning is the issue because lightning is dangerous. The rain won't hurt anybody. All the wusses can play in the rain. It's a question of lightning because you could get somebody killed. Yep. Ulrich Fenter, good afternoon to you. Welcome for tuning in a bit late. That was 17 minutes ago, but you're still here. Yeah, CB said there was lots of lightning then, so 20-minute delay, and now it's 9:20, and we are behind in this game. There is thunder and lightning. Okay, well, the lightning's the issue. The noise is one thing. It's the noise won't hurt you. It might break some glasses and windscreens, not windscreens, but windows. But the thunder isn't the issue. It's the lightning, because that's the danger. That electric coming down and zapping somebody, getting those hundreds of thousands of volts jolting through your body. People survive lightning strikes. You know that? Every year people are hit by lightning. It's crazy. Every year people are hit by lightning around the world, and most survive. Can you imagine that experience? It's struck by a lightning bolt, cooking your internal organs. That can't be good. That can't be good. I wonder if people are right in the head after that. Oh, yeah, well, wet field, yeah, it's even worse. That's just going to magnify the effects of it. Yeah, not good stuff. But anyway, so a rain delay at the moment, folks, but it's really a lightning delay at Ellis Park. And in that first half, we had some pretty exciting stuff there. Sanila Nohamba, who nearly set up a try early on, broke away down the right side of the pitch, ran down the field, and then found who did he find? He found Kuhn Horn. Kuhn Horn dumped the ball back to J.C. Pretorius. Pretorius got to within 5 meters, and he was chased down from behind and pushed into touch. The Sharks got the ball back, but they quickly were put under the pump and pressure. The Lions pushed them back. They kicked it into touch. The Lions got a line out, and just moments later, Sanila Nahamba jukes left, jukes right, cuts back inside, and runs in for the try. Got that first try. It was absolutely brilliant. Then J.C. Pretorius got himself a beautiful try too. Kuhn Horn got a nice try, and for the Sharks, Cater got a try. Oops, are we getting some updates here? Hang on here. We might be getting ready to restart. Waiting. All right, the match officials are coming back. We're going to get restarted here, it looks. Or they're having a conversation. Match officials are in the middle of the pitch. They're having a conversation. I think they're looking at a tablet with the weather conditions. This is highly unusual. Yeah. Chedwenza is one of the officials out there. I didn't see that. So we are looking to see whether we're going to restart this game or not. We're going to do it now. Good crowd out there. And once again, folks, Julius Malema needs to catch up with current events. The majority of people in this crowd are not white. They're actually black. Huge crowd for Joburg. Most of the people in the crowd are black. My goodness. A lot of kids at the game. A lot of Sharks fans up here in the Joburg area. So I'm not sure if we can get started here, but this game started out with sunshine early in the game. They're going through replays now. And the first one here, Nohamba got that first one. It was brilliant. So I'm just waiting to see what the update is here. Are they going to... Yeah, Nohamba broke free. He went around Chichuka, then he faked out... Was it... I think it was Fassi he faked out at the end there on that first try. So they're out on the pitch deciding what's going on here. R1, yes, I saw the video of the U.S. airman who burnt himself with self-immolation the other day, but that's on the news channel. This is a rugby channel. I don't... Other than joking about Julius Malema and the ANC, I don't really do politics on this channel. Not everybody wants to hear that. So, yes, I've covered that story on my news channel extensively. What that soldier did is illegal. It's against policy. It's also a crime for a military member to do that. Not self-immolation, but that's a political act, and that's illegal in the U.S. military. J.C. Pretorius got a feed from Frankie Horn for that second try. Yeah. And then that third try came up short. And the Lions were off to the races, leading 19-3, but then they nearly wound up leading just 19-17 at halftime. Long break here because of a rain delay at Ellis Park. So still got 100 people here. Hey, folks, are any of you becoming subscribers? 100 people here? There got to be people becoming subscribers. Okay, a couple have become subscribers. Let me take a look at that. I think we've gained about 5 or 6 subscribers on the stream. So let's take a look here. Yeah, we've gained 8. 8 subscribers on the stream. So that's not a lot, but it's something. Thanks for becoming subscribers. Do appreciate it as we try to grow the channel organically. Yeah, I don't buy subscribers, which a lot of people do. we grow people who find the channel and they find the content interesting. And I haven't done interviews recently, but of course I've interviewed lots of Springboks, lots of rugby players from around the world. Johan Momsen, who plays for Houston now, also used to play for the Griquas. He played for Atlanta for a number of years, and now he's playing for Houston this season. Also played in New Zealand this past season. Johan Momsen, a very good lock. Also interviewed Nas Botha a few times, several times here on the program, plus in person and on the phone. Interviewed Henneke Meyer, Victor Matfield. The list goes on and on and on, but not recently. Drove from Seattle to Charleston 3 days. That is a very long drive, and that sounds like an 18-hour drive per day. Now, I covered 1/3. Okay, they're talking. Neil Powell's out there.
That's what he's saying. Okay. 22. Dean, get the guys out. They will warm up, guys. We'll kick off at 22. Neil Powell, the director of rugby.
All right, they're going to get them out. They're going to get the players warmed up. So we are going to continue this game, but we will not catch the end of this game, folks, provided the other game isn't delayed. So at half past, just a couple minutes. So they're going to be out in 4 minutes at half past, and then they're going to get started. No, he's gone, Garrett. That man is dead. He died within 24 hours. He's dead. Play will resume shortly. At 4:35, which is in about 9 minutes, that's when play will restart. Yeah, I'm just, again, looking at these crowds here. Julius Malema is just so confused about who goes to rugby and who supports rugby in South Africa. Yeah, really is a confused individual. People having fun in the stadium. SAST, South African Standard Time, which is really CAT, Central African Time, but they're calling it South African Standard Time. Okay, we don't need to see these guys dancing up here. Can we get another view of someone else? Yep, so the camera is locked into one section where people are dancing, and they're having a good time. They're up out of the rain, so they're dry. Are the players coming out? Crowd is cheering. Here come the Sharks back on the pitch. Well, somebody just became a member. Melissa Glenn Kutsia, welcome to the program, and I appreciate you joining in and being a supporter for this. The salute is, I'm a retired Army colonel, and a salute is a sign of respect. So when people become paying members on the channel on a live broadcast, if I see that, I render a hand salute as a sign of respect for thank you for becoming a member. Do appreciate that. Every little bit helps, and thank you for becoming a member. Really awesome. So the rain is still falling, but the game will start. Now they're saying at 4:40, so that's 12 minutes from now. So the players are going to get a chance to stretch out so they don't get injured, cramped up, having been stationary for so long. But so they've changed the start time. So that's 20 minutes. So we're going to have to check in on the other game when it gets close. But I'm scheduled to go live with the Bulls and with the Stormers. Let me go ahead and go through their lineups while we're sitting here waiting for events. All right, let's do that in just a moment here. So we'll cover lineups for those games. And those who get transferred over to that game automatically, you will have already seen the lineups. For those who tune in for that game specifically, you won't mind if we go through it again if we have time. Right, let's go ahead and bring up these lineups here. So for the Bulls, this is the Bulls lineup right there. Okay, I got to find my sheet. Where's my sheet at? There it is. All right, so the Bulls. Devin Williams, the Puma, will be at the fullback position. Currently, Arendse is back on the pitch tonight on that right wing. Stedman Huns, David Creel in the center. Kanan Moody's on the left wing. Johan Husson is the fly half. Ambrose Papier starts at scrum half. Marcel Kotze is a co-captain. Reinhard Ludwig, Marco van Staden or Eskam. Ruan Nordkia is the other co-captain. Ruan Vermaak, Wilco Loh, Johan Grubela, and Gerhard Steenkamp that round out that front row for the Bulls. Off the bench, it's Sophie Wade, Mantazima, Akker van der Merwe, Francois Kloppers, J.F. van Heerden, Nizam Carr, Zach Berger, Willy Leroux starting on the bench, and Pilo Gumeda. That is what the Bulls will be bringing to the pitch today at Loftus Lots of talent, plenty of Springboks in that mix right there. For the Stormers, once again, back on the Stormers. Good to see him back in the mother city. Wargeland at fullback. Ben Loader, the Kiwi, is playing once again on that right wing. Dan Duplessis, Damien Willemse in the center. Leolin Zas on the left wing. Mani Libbek at fly half. Herschel Yankees at scrum half. Chive Diamani wearing the number 8 jersey. Evan Ruiz. Dion Fourie is the captain. The man overlooked by Rossi Erasmus for the Springboks selection this year. The World Cup hero, Dion Fourie, not playing for the Springboks. Shame on you, Rossi. Ruben Van Heerden and Audrey Smith are the locks. Neithling Fouché, who's really coming to his own. Joseph Dueva and Steve Sitole. Jake Joe Killer just subscribed. That's a cool name, Jake Joe Killer. Thank you for that, Jake Joe Killer. Off the bench, it's Andre Hugo Fentes, the backup lock. Brock Harris, the indomitable 400 match plus Brock Harris. Sazi Sandi. Salman Morad, who came back from injury. Good to see him back out there. Ben Jason Dixon, Marcel Tinnison, Paul Devet, and Sasha Feinberg Ungumzulu. Sasha Feinberg Ungumzulu, of course, is getting the Springboks camp call-up, which is very exciting if you are a Stormers fan. And I think you'll be excited if you are a Springbok fan, too, to see his talents. A couple of seasons ago, I did point out that Kanan Moody and Kurtley Aronze should be Springboks, and they are ready. And, no, Chris, you know what you're talking about. You know anything about rugby. They're not ready. They're not ready. Oh, they were ready. They were ready. World Cup high performers there. World Cup high performers. Yes, Nick, 4:40 is the time it's supposed to restart. So that is now 9 minutes away from a restart. We have not seen the Lions come back out on the pitch. The Sharks have been out here for several minutes now. I don't know if the Lions are stretching in the locker room or what their deal is, but they better get back out on the pitch. The Lightning is over, and the game will get restarted here shortly. Yeah, so good stuff here, folks. Not the weather, but the game itself. Nice to see a crowd. Good-sized crowd on hand there. Good-sized crowd on hand. So how are we doing here? We got more subscribers. 37. Hang on a second. Here. Let me just, I forgot how many we had. So do we gain more? 22. Okay, we just gained about 15. Okay, so more people join when I ask you to join. Thank you, folks. Had a good turnout the first hour, nearly 1,000 viewers for this broadcast, and we're doing well in the second hour. Thank you for being here, folks. We're pushing for that 4,000 or 5,000. To me, being a real channel for this sort of activity, 5,000 does the math. Let me take a look and see if the other fellows are actually up on YouTube today covering this game. Are they here? Are they here? I don't see them. So, don't see them. Nope. Are we the only ones covering the game today? That would be interesting. That'd be unusual, but yeah. So we're still waiting. It's a rain delay, and again, the Sharks really discombobulated, but you got to give them credit. They've got courage, character. Never gave up in this game, and they could be within 2 points. Here come the Lions out on the pitch as the crowd roars. Here they come. Finally. And we are now just 8 minutes away from a restart of the second half here. And then we are going to judiciously peek in on the Bulls game and see if it's delayed as well. If it's not delayed, we'll go straight to it. If it is delayed, we'll stay with this game. The Lions making their way down to this end of the pitch where the camera's at. And a lot of equipment's out there. They've left this equipment on the pitch. But, dudes, you've only got 7 minutes to play with it. So there's Sanili Nohamba. Frankie Horn. Kuhn Horn. It's Richard Creel. You know, it's amazing I actually get it right. Remember, it's Richard and David who's on who, which team they're on. It's more difficult for me to remember the Chichukas, Vincent and his brother. Always hard for me, Emmanuel and Vincent, to remember which is which. The Lions have Emmanuel and the Sharks have Vincent Chichuka, although I've gotten better at it because they've been playing for a while now. So we are just now 6 minutes away, folks. Hey, Peter Sandman. Welcome, Peter. Yeah. How's it going there? Welcome back, folks. It's rugby in South Africa, URC action here, and the Lions need to win this game to stay in competition. Even with a bonus point victory, they will not climb into playoff contention this week. They'll have to wait till next week if they're successful today to get back up there. But the Lions are still in it, but a victory today is absolutely essential. This is the bottom-ranked team in the league. They need to win this game, and they need to win it convincing. Amy Barrett-Thron stretching those thighs, doing those toes to fingertip tapping, trying to get loose over there on the sideline. She's working her way down from midfield. She's down about 30 meters. She went a good 20 meters doing that. Now she's talking to some guys on the sideline over there. And we've got just 6 minutes. People still coming out of the locker room here. And fans making their way back down to the wet seats. I guess the thunder has gone away. Now the camera crew showing us ladies in the stands. God, those nose rings. I am sorry, folks. Just not something I can get myself around. Not my cup of tea. Nose rings. Oh, my goodness. It seems to be so popular these days. Saw some dude with one last night. Looked like a pirate. He looked like a pirate. All right. Oh, here's one warning for my game coming up. There you go. So my phone just told me that the Stormers are coming up. Yep. Give us a conspiracy theory. Justin, conspiracy theory. Ah, okay, sure. A conspiracy theory. Well, I don't trade in conspiracy theories, so I have to think about that. Ah, look at the kids in the stands having a blast at the game. Yep. 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 I got to think about conspiracy theory here. I don't have one off the top of my head, folks. I don't have a conspiracy theory to share with you. I wish I did. Somebody give me one. Give me a thread to go with, and I'll make one up. A lot of kids wearing those running reflective belts, having a blast in the stands. They're loving it being on TV. I don't get that. I mean, when the camera comes, I'll wave, but I don't get all excited. I guess it's just become a phenomenon when it comes to sporting events. People just love to be seen on camera. Anyway. Right. Conspiracy theory, but true. Neocons Washington funding proxy war Russia. Oh, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's true. Joe Biden is not a neocon, but he is funding a proxy war in Ukraine. Absolutely. So is Jens Stoltenberg and all of NATO. Here's the story, and this is something people don't tell you, so I'll give you this. Sorry to go into politics, folks, but we got to kill a little bit of time here while I wait for this game to restart. So the media are running around saying that Donald Trump is undermining collective security of NATO. Donald Trump is a danger to NATO and to European collective security. He's threatening to cut NATO off and leave NATO. Number one, Donald Trump can't leave NATO. NATO is a treaty. The Senate ratified the treaty in the 1940s, and therefore we are obliged by U.S. law to follow the treaty that the Senate ratified after the president presented to them back in the day. So Trump can't take us out of NATO. It doesn't work like that. It's simply impossible. So that's just a fiction, and it's rumor spread by illiterate dunderheads or just dishonest liars. That's the first thing. Second thing is that it's not Trump that's undermining collective security of NATO. Trump hasn't given all of the artillery pieces in Denmark and their ammunition to Ukraine. Trump hasn't given all the MiG-29s from the Polish Air Force to Ukraine. Trump hasn't given the top artillery pieces from France to Ukraine. Trump hasn't given M1 Abrams to Ukraine. Trump hasn't given them Bradleys from the U.S. stockpiles and stripping units, active units of that equipment. Trump hasn't cleaned out the U.S. arsenal of artillery rounds and given it to Ukraine. No. NATO countries have done that. The Germans have done that, giving Leopards. They have stripped their cupboards bare and weakened themselves in collective security while blaming Donald Trump for the very thing that they're actually doing. Do you see the irony of that? Donald Trump didn't strip NATO. NATO stripped NATO. Estonia has left itself open to invasion, turning over equipment to Ukraine as if Russia's not a threat to its border. And these idiots convince people who are low information voters and the poor informed, the willfully poorly informed, that Donald Trump is a threat to NATO. No, Jens Stoltenberg, the German government, Joe Biden, Rishi Sunak, Emmanuel Macron, the clowns in Denmark are threats to NATO's collective security. There you go. How's that? That's a conspiracy theory. That's a statement of fact. We are now just 2 minutes away from the restart. Here comes the sun. Now, the shadows have crept across 70% of the pitch, but you can see the sun on the far side as the rain clouds cleared off. It looks like we're going to get on time for the Loftus game unless the storm move there. Love listening to you, Colonel, and Colonel Douglas McGregor. Well, thank you for that, Murray. Maybe somebody should tell McGregor to bring me on his program. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? Yep. Who can't wait for the Bulls to thrash the Western Cape? Matthew, he's trying to troll again. He's trying to troll again. What the heck is this girl doing? My goodness, she's got some erotic dancing moves here right in front of the camera. I wish I could show it to you. I don't know if she knows she's on camera or not. She's wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. What the heck? She looks like one of those things back and forth. So the TV crew is back. They're back on air now, and it's almost time to get started for the second half. Folks, we should be able to get through about half of this second half before we go to the Bulls game, but I will apologize in advance. We are going to the Bulls and Stormers game. Whoops. Yeah, it's a big rainstorm here in Joburg, but the rain wasn't the problem. It was the lightning that was the problem. Yep, so. All right, we're about ready to get restarted here. All right, so we're ready to get restarted. Kerwin Bosch out on the pitch for the Sharks. Let me turn off the halftime marker from the rain delay, which has been a long one here, folks. I don't think I've ever been to a rain delay for a rugby game. That's my first time ever. All right, we are ready to get started. Bongian Benami's talking to Amy Barrett-Thron out on the pitch. Saying thank you, I appreciate it. So, again, Henko van Wijk went out with a knee injury in the first half for the Lions, and Afiwe Dinyante went out at 28:47 with a head injury assessment. We're ready to restart second half with the Lions out in front 19-10 at Emirates Ellis Park in Joburg. Masuku for the Sharks will kick this off. Chichuka's got his head bandaged up. He was bleeding there. Sanini Nohamba retreating back, dancing, stretching, getting ready. The dynamic Sanini Nohamba, the flexible a la Ruan Pinar, a man who can equally play fly half and scrum half. Masuku. Sia Masuku. Here we go. Amy Barrett-Thron says, blows the whistle, and we are underway in the second half. Masuku kicks to the far side of the pitch. The ball down around the 22. The Lions go up. They've got it. I can't see. It may have been Frankie Horn that got it. No, it's not. It's Ruan Fenta. So the Lions now with the ball. Nohamba digs it out of the ruck. He's going to get a clearance kick from Kuhn Horn, who initially fumbles the ball, but then off that left boot, gets it down the pitch, finds touch. It's caught in touch by the Sharks, and they're going to take the line out. Kuhn Horn also getting a call up to, the 22-year-old getting a call up to the Springboks for their camp. 39 career appearances for the Lions out here. Kuhn Horn really coming into his own. A lot of young South African players. It's been fascinating to watch them develop over the past couple seasons. URC gives us opportunity to see these young players develop much more quickly than what we saw in the past with Curry Cup. Line out, Bongian Benami to throw it in for the Sharks. He goes deep. They have it into the hands of Grubla. And here come the Sharks. Grant Williams. On the near side. Cater breaks loose for the Sharks. He's down to the 22. Boy, look at the water come up off the soil or the grass there. Grant Williams gets obstruction. Yep. Grant Williams, accidental obstruction, going to turn the ball over. Bongi Amanami's moaning about it. Dude, it was so obvious. Come on, Bongi. You were forwarded of the ball carrier. And now you're soaked because rolling around that turf. Obvious obstruction there. Bongi is not getting up. I don't know if he's hurt or he's just, what's going on? Oh, man, dude, how can you argue against obstruction there? I mean, they went for the tackle, and he's shaking his head still. Dude, show him the replay. Bongi, stop moaning. You're starting to look like a couple other players out there. Oh, my goodness. Kuhn Horn is, he's injured. His arm is just, what is going on? His arm is doing this. Kuhn Horn is in the top 100 for players. He's ranked number 97. So, 41-35. We already got a stoppage in the second half here. We're going to have a scrum to the Lions after that. But, boy, I'll tell you what, Edwin Cater has been brilliant for the Sharks. He's been the one player that stepped up for the Sharks in this game. Really, really has. So, we're getting ready to get started here again after this scrum gets set up here. Thanks to everybody who's here. Thanks to those folks who become subscribers. I really do appreciate you becoming subscribers on the program. Yeah, if you're not a subscriber and you're watching right now, hey, just take a second to become one. It takes nothing but a moment of your time. It's free.
That was easy.
It's free. It costs you nothing, man. Just sign up. You can be a subscriber to 1 million channels if you want on YouTube. And that's how you get credibility on your program, is with a subscriber base and viewership. Today, wow, I've got to say, folks, for a Lions-Sharks match, we've had 1,687 viewers so far. I'm astounded. We've had very low turnout in a few games in the past few weeks. This is really good. So, what's taking so long here? Amy Barrett-Thron over on the sideline. She comes back in. And we're going to have a scrum here. Bongi Amanambi really needs to take the stick out of his backside today. I don't know what's going on with Bongi, but he's moaning about everything. The dude was clearly obstructing the play. I mean, there's not even a question about it. As Ruan Fenter went to make the tackle, he just ran right into Ruan Fenter, blocking him from making the tackle on the ball carrier. That's obstruction. All right, here we go. Set for the scrum. Head to head. Crouch. Bind. Set. And Nohamba waiting to get the ball out of there. The scrum is holding up for a long time, but now it goes up. She's going to reset it. She waited a long time. That thing took a while. It finally went up. Both teams went straight up. But, I mean, about 20 seconds into it. So we're going to reset the scrum now. 42 minutes now. We're finally in the second half. For those of you wondering why it's only 42 minutes in the contest, there was lightning in Joburg, and they shut the game down at halftime for safety of the public and players. And, again, Bongi was moaning about that scrum. He's waving his hand about, hey, what about this? Chunu's back from that card. So here we go. Here's to the next 30 wonderful years. They're putting that on the screen. So scrum reset. Here we go. Clock is still ticking, 42 minutes and 40 seconds, and these keep ticking because this game is way behind schedule at this stage. 19-10 Lions. They need another try to get that bonus point. Bind. Set. And a penalty against the Lions. The Sharks win a penalty. Oh, Nohamba putting his hands straight up. Players coming around him. I don't know what that was all about. Extracurricular activities there. And Labakani got a bloody lip out of that. Don't know what happened there. Asanate and Labakani got a bloody lip. So Masuka will kick to the corner. We'll get a short line out here for the Sharks, who once again have a chance to close the gap. Yeah, definitely the Lions went down on that. So Labakanye bummed out about it, but it's what happened. All right, line out to the Sharks, deep in Lions territory. Second half action here, 43 minutes in the second half. Bongi Amanami to throw it in. He does. Successful to Gerblar. He dumps the ball off, and the Sharks are into them all. But I can't see where it's going. It's going backwards. So Grant Williams to dig it off the ground. He does. Feeds it over to Corne Rawl. Corne Rawl drives forward. J.C. Pretorius meets him and drives him into the ground. Grant Williams over to Kearney Oosthuizen. Grant Williams nearly stolen by Marius Lowe. But the Sharks hold on to it now just a meter out in front of the post. Grant Williams trying to get over there. And the Sharks going through phases. They're getting close, though. They're going to go wide. They go out wide, but Kuhn Horn is there for a big tackle. Drive of the Sharks back. I think the Lions stole the ball. Penalty for being off the feet. Off the feet on Marius Lowe. So Marius Lowe is the captain. He can talk to the official, but he was complaining there. I didn't see him off his feet either. Let's see it again. Here's the replay. So Marius Lowe is there. He's not off his feet. Oh, he is there. One of his feet came up in the air. Yep, no. He lost his footing, so. Yep. But he shoved his own player away. He pushed Ed Wilfondum away from the play. So this could be a 5-meter line out for the Sharks on the opposite side of the pitch now, 45 minutes, but the clock has stopped. Don't know why the clock has stopped. Oh, we're getting a player treatment here. Again, another player being treated. 45:07, still waiting for the clock to restart. Oh, we got a substitution coming in here. Kwesi Mona is coming into the game. So Mona comes into the game for the Sharks. 45-minute mark. Line out, successful to Chuchuka. Oh, man, the Sharks drive it down. Ball's loose and picked up by the Lions. The Sharks turn it over a meter away from scoring. Oh, my goodness. After Mchunu drove down to the 1-meter line. Nohamba now digging it out of the ruck. Feeds it back to Hendrickson. Puts it off the right boot. Where does it go? Does it find touch? It does not. Kept in play. Fossey now at midfield. Here comes Edwin Cater. Cater with another big carry. runs through Mariuslo, but then he's tackled. Ball's available. Grant Williams is going to go to the short side of the pitch to Gerbla. Gerbla tackled by the Lions. Ball's available. Yeah, Darian Landsberg says, I'm trying to get out of the way. Cooney Oosthuizen is the one that went out of the game and replaced by Mona. And the Sharks give up a penalty. Oh, my goodness. The Lions win a penalty there as Chuchuka does not release the ball. Ooh. We got time off. Is somebody injured or are they going to TMO? Amy Barrett Theron had... What's going on here now? The substitution for the Lions now is Reinhard Northnagel is going to come in the game for Darian Landsberg. I'm surprised it didn't happen earlier. Landsberg looked shaken up in the first half, and now we finally see Northnagel coming in for him. Yeah, so that's not a surprise substitution. Landsberg has not looked quite right. I don't know if he took a niggle or a hit to the head earlier in the game, but he's not quite looked right for a long time here, Darian Landsberg. So he goes off the pitch. He's walking off of his own power, and he's replaced by Reinhard Northnagel. 46 minutes. And now Bongiam Benambi is getting treatment. That's why the clock is stopped. He's got one knee on the pitch. So we've got another stoppage in the action here. We're just 9 minutes away from the marquee matchup of the weekend. That is the game of the weekend in URC action. That is the Stormers and Bulls. Hope the weather's better in Pretoria. I hope so too. I hope the weather's better there too. To the 128 people currently here, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Be sure to hit the like button. And for those of you who are Cheetah fans, a little bonus for you right here. There you go. Cheetah fans. Current Curry Cup champions. Yeah, Cheetahs doing well in the Challenge Cup. They could do better, though. Should be 3-1 instead of 2-2, but they move on to the next round, do the Cheetahs. The Toyota Cheetahs. I hate that. All right, get the water off, says Thron. 46-13, 19-10. The Lions playing dangerously here. They need to get another try and get that bonus point so they can get back in contention for the playoffs. Clock is ticking on the URC season. It looks like the clouds have come back again. I can see it in the corner of the stadium, and there's no shadows on the field, so it's all gray once again. That doesn't bode well. Hopefully the lightning doesn't come back. (46-13). It'll be a scrum to the Lions. Nohamba with the ball in their own territory, about 35 meters away from their try line. Time is back on. 46-14 and ticking. Crouch. Bind. And a whistle blows before they even engage. Yep, she warns Kwesi Mona. She said, I know you're fresh on. Let's maintain the space in the bind. Just came into the game on that tight head side of the scrum. Here we go. I'm going to set it again. Crouch. Crouch. Bind. Set. Nohamba puts the ball in the pipe. Scrum is holding up. He digs it out. Grant Williams is there. So that ball goes to Hendricks, who kicks it down the pitch. And, boy, he kicked that too far. It's going to go right through the try zone. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man. Hendrickson makes a mistake. It's going to come all the way back. The Lions just keep giving the Sharks life here. You cannot be a good team maker. He kicked that from his 22 all the way out the other end of the pitch. That's just way too much, brother. That ball bounced about 10 meters and just kept going. Oh, my goodness. That is a big mistake by Jordan Hendrickson. That's going to hurt his team. They need to get the ball back here very quickly. Clearance kick was a good idea, but kick it down the middle of the pitch. Let it bounce down there. Here we go. Scrum to the Sharks now, right back in the same spot. 47-57 now in the contest. We're 6 minutes away from the other game. Let me go ahead and load up the other game and see what's going on there. So, Bulls Stormers. Okay, that one is not ready yet. So, all right. Crouch. Bind. Set. Grant Williams trying to get the ball. He does. He digs it out of that scrum. He goes to the short side of the pitch, dumps it off over there to Masuku. Masuku to Kerwin Bosch, who's taking down Marius Lowe. Hendricks is there too, and they win a penalty for not really off the feet. And the Sharks cannot live with success. They just got the ball back, and oh my goodness, in at the side is the call. So the Lions escape there after poor play. So now Hendrickson will get to kick it for territory here. Ed Wolfenheimer is crouched like he's going to take off like a rocket here, and there he is. He does. No, he doesn't. He just trots down there. Look like he was going to sprint. Now the sun has come back out, but 85% of the pitch is in the shadows as the sun comes back out late afternoon here. The sun doesn't know what it wants to do. Those clouds keep getting in the way. 49 minutes, 14 seconds. We are getting close to the other game. So what I'll do is I'll leave this one running as long as I have the data, the bandwidth, and I'll keep you updated on this one when we switch over to the Bulls game. The Lions are taking all day to get down there. Now this one's in the sun. So PJ Both is going to throw this ball into the sun for the line out. He does. It goes short, and they're into a maul. Oh, look at that Lions maul driving forward. They got a penalty advantage already. Ball comes loose, and they're going to stop it for the penalty advantage. Collapsing forward. So they're telling me to retreat 10 meters back. So let's see what they're going to do. They're going to kick for the corner. I think the Lions going to kick for the corner and try to get that fourth try. 50 minutes now into the contest. And let's see where that mark is. That's a tough angle. He was real close to the sideline. Oh, yeah, the Cornelius the one to collapse that, clearly. You could see it head on. Difficult to see from the side, but Amy Barrett-Thron did a good job calling that penalty. So where will the lineout be? This lineout looks like it's about 10 meters, 12 meters out. What's going on here? No, it's deeper. It's about 15 meters. So difficult kick there for Hendricks. It doesn't get him much space. Lineout goes in. They're back into a maul. Here go the Lions again. That maul is tearing the Sharks up. It collapses again. Another penalty advantage. So Nohama digs it out of the back. And the Sharks playing advantage here. Marius Lowe kicks it forward. The chase is on. Picked up. Oh, yes! What a try! Held up. Didn't give him a chance to turn over. Amy Barrett-Thron says it's held up. Eric Cronier didn't get a chance to turn. Bongi is sent off. 50-55. Woo! 50-55. Bongi Ambanami for collapsing the second scrum there. Yep, he gets a yellow card. He's off. So Hendrickson said, "Can I go?" Barrett-Thron said no. And she says, "You asked me." I said no, and you still go. So she blew the whistle again. All right, so the Lions, let's see if they can do this before I have to switch over to the other game and get that bonus point. The other game hasn't started yet. So already almost 30 seconds on. The yellow card for Bongianami have gone. 90% of the pitch now in shadows. Successful line out. And the Lions going for that maul again, but they're close to that touchline. And they knocked it on. Oh, my goodness. How did they screw the pooch on that? Up a man, and they mess up that maul. My goodness. Give me a scrum to... Got a replacement here. Yeah, the player has to leave. They have to bring somebody in because Bungy's out of the gate. So who's going to come off so they can do this scrum? Fez Mbata will come into the game. So who's going to come off the pitch? We'll see who it is. So Fez Mbata is going to have to come in so that the Sharks can do the scrum. Okay, he can go in now. And we see Mornay Findabad comes in at scrum half, replacing Sonny Nohamba, who's had a brilliant game. Sonny Nohamba's out. So let me take a look at the other game. We're still waiting for that one to get started. I have no feed on it yet. So 51-44 in this contest, 19-10. The Lions, who've just turned it over, foolish mistake here after having the Sharks pin back again. Okay, who's coming off? Still waiting to see who's coming off for the Sharks. Fez Mbata will come on. And Vincent Suchuka will go off. Suchuka goes off so that Mbata can come in for the scrum. All right, so now they'll be able to do the scrum. While Bongiam Benambi with a yellow card for collapsing the maul, the second collapse maul, when the Lions had clear momentum, but then they pooch it after that. So, I mean, the penalty worked, although they're short a man now for another 9 minutes. 51-44 in this contest. Still waiting for the other game, and nothing there. What's going on here? It's now 10 o'clock. Let's get this game started. I wonder if the feed isn't there. So 19-10, 51-44. Those of you tuning in right now to this channel, hoping to catch the Bulls, well, I'm hoping for that to start too. That's the derby we want to see. But this one here, we're still live with this game, delayed by lightning for a good half hour, 40 minutes. The Lions had total control of this game for 25 minutes, and then they've been sloppy ever since. Crouch, bind, set. Grant Williams puts the ball in the pipe, and the whole thing just goes wonky here, so she's going to reset it. She's going to reset the scrum. Still nothing on that other feed. So I can only guess the Bulls game must be delayed. (19-10) Lions in front of the Sharks right now. Going to reset the scrum here down at about the 5-meter line of the Sharks after the Lions wasted a great chance to score here again. You need that bonus point. Still got a good 28 minutes here. Eric Cronje doing a good job filling in after Enko van Wyk went off for a knee injury earlier in the game. Fine. Set. Grant Williams will put it in the pipe. Lions are shoving the Sharks back again. But no whistle here. Ball comes out. Francois Fenter carries it forward. Ruck is formed. Grant Williams being told to use it. They're about 8 meters away from their touch. All that turf is all torn up now, folks. There's just chunks everywhere. It looks like horses have been tromping out there. Ball's going to find touch, and it's only about a 15-meter gain. So it'll be a Lions line out around the 22. Grant Williams ranked number 73 in the URC top 100. I think that's low. He's better than that. Still don't have a feed over there. I don't know what's going on with that. Let me go back here and see. Oh, they're supposed to start at 10:05. That's okay. I'm sorry. So my feed won't be till 10:05. That's why. Oh, the Lions are driving forward here. So I've still got about 3 minutes before that feed goes live. Oh, man, the Lions. 5 meters out. Mornay Vandenberg to Labakati. And then the Sharks get on top of him, but Labakati holds on to it. Mornay Vandenberg hands it off to PJ Botte. He's driven backwards. The Lions trying to get something going here. Oosthuizen. Etienne Oosthuizen. Mornay Vandenberg is there. The Lions are going to pick and go. The ball comes loose. It's a knock on. Oh. Oosthuizen loses it forward. The Lions turn the ball over again. Again, they turn the ball over. My goodness. 4 players injured now, and the clock is stopped at 54:39 with 4 players injured. Wow. I mean, I've seen more than 1 player injured before, but 4 players simultaneously, that's something else. That is something else. My goodness, 146 of you here right now. Thank you so much, folks. If you're not a subscriber, just become one. Honestly, it takes nothing but a moment of your time. We really do appreciate that. Trying to grow the channel organically. Not some big money outfit backing this. This is just me dedicating my time, my resources, my money to travel the world to bring you rugby players, interviews, and coverage of events in the face of the evil World Rugby. Yeah, so we still got a break in action. 4 players being treated to right now. That's a lot. All right, the other game is ready to get started there, folks. The other game is ready to get started. I'm going to go over there and join that in just a second there. A huge freaking crowd. It is a huge crowd over there, folks. Unbelievable how big the crowd is at Loftus Versfeld. We're going to go there in just a second. This stream will end. This stream will end in just a moment. Come on. Come on. I'm trying to get this thing started there. All right, so Nick Mallett's over there talking. All right, I'm going to go to that game. We're going to leave here. So 54-39, it's 19-10. 6 minutes remain on the yellow card from Bongyam Minami. We're going to have to leave this broadcast now, folks. I hope a lot of you will go with me right on over to the Bulls broadcast. That's going to start here in just a moment. All right, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I will keep track of this game, but I'm going to close it for now. All right, folks, thanks a lot. This has been an interesting one, to say the least. Halftime is over, and what's going on here? Okay. There we go. Score is what I'm trying to close. Tries. There we go. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks a lot. Catch you. Steph Kotsia just gifted a membership. Thank you for that. I won't be able to see who it is because we got to get the other game started. Thanks, everybody. Club level to viewers. And who got it? Hester got it. Hester got the free membership. Thank you for that, Steph Kotsia. Appreciate it. And there you go, Hester. All right, time to switch over. I got to change my jersey, too. Thanks, folks.